In the beginning, the earth was a sanctuary of perfect light. In the region of Eden, God planted a garden, not merely a gathering of trees, but a sacred place where heaven and earth met. There was no decay, no thorns, no shadow of death. Here, the first man, Adam, and the first woman, Eve, lived in absolute innocence. They walked openly in the presence of their Creator, with no veil between them, knowing a peace so pure that the modern world can only remember it as a distant, aching echo. Life was simple. Life was sacred. Life was whole. To be human was to be free, and true freedom has always required a choice. At the center of this paradise, God placed a single boundary, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. His command was not a burden, but a protection, not a heavy yoke, but a loving guardrail. You may freely eat of every tree of the garden, but of this tree you shall not eat. This was the test of trust, an invitation for humanity to recognize that while they were stewards of the earth, they were not the owners of truth itself. And for a time, there was obedience. And within that obedience, there was perfect joy. But a shadow entered the garden. The serpent, more subtle and cunning than any other creature, did not arrive with force or violence. He came with a question. Did God really say? He did not deny God's power. He attacked God's character, suggesting that something good was being withheld. This was the oldest lie ever spoken, that humanity could become its own God. Eve looked at the fruit. It was pleasing to the eye. It promised wisdom apart from the Creator. She took, she ate, and she gave it to her husband, who was with her. And in that moment of silence, the covenant was broken. The effect was immediate. Their eyes were opened, but not to glory, only to their own nakedness. For the first time, humanity felt the sharp, penetrating sting of shame. And when they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, they did not run toward him. They hid. Fear had entered the human heart. When confronted, the man blamed the woman. The woman blamed the serpent. The harmony was shattered, not only between humanity and God, but between man and woman, and between mankind and the very earth beneath their feet. The consequences were heavy. Toil, pain, and eventual death became the rhythm of life. To guard the tree of life, God sent them out from the garden, into a world now marked by thorns and thistles. Yet even in judgment, mercy remained. Before they departed, God clothed them in garments of skin, the first sacrifice, revealing that blood must be shed to cover sin. And he spoke a promise, that one day the seed of the woman would crush the head of the serpent. The gates of Eden were closed, but the long, narrow road toward redemption had finally begun.